out there. Today's been a fairly quiet start to the day. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit different. In fact, I have called for a weather impact alert day on your Tuesday. Not so much because of a risk of strong thunderstorms or anything like that, but more so because of the amount of rain that we're going to get for a prolonged stretch. So we have a rain chance that's pretty high throughout the entire day. Keep that in mind. Your commute to work might require a little extra time. Look at how heavy that rain starts to pick up between 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning. That continues through about 10. Another round of scattered downpours for lunchtime, and then more rain even into your commute home. So because of the amount of rainfall that we're going to be tracking tomorrow, we could see some accumulation that leads to some issues on the roadway. So that's your heads up. How about your commute back home this evening? I think it'll be fairly quiet. We're sitting at 70 degrees right now, lots of cloud cover, but note this number. This is the measure of moisture. We're in the low 50s still, and so that puts us in that dry, refreshing feel. And that's why, even though I'm seeing some green, some rain on radar, it's having a really tough time reaching the ground. This beam takes a sample of the atmosphere at a little bit of a higher elevation, and so a lot of the times this rain evaporates before reaching the ground, is what we call virga. Now notice some of the heavier downpours for Eagle Lake and East Bernard. That is reaching the ground, and there is rain moving west to east, so you've got the chance for a couple of showers this evening. Keep the umbrella handy, I'd say at least until about 8 o'clock. Then we'll quiet things down for this evening, ramping them up again for tomorrow. I'll be back with more details on that weather impact alert day when I see you back in a few minutes. To watch the forecast. I'm of course watching it very closely for this afternoon. We've got a really active low-level jet that's slinging in quite a bit of moisture to southeast Texas, but not all of this is reaching the ground. Notice some heavier downpours along the I-35 corridor working their way along the Katy Freeway, and that is where I am tracking some rain south of Sealy right now in the Richmond area, pushing towards Sugar Land, and eventually some of that rain will make it into the Loop and the Beltway. Right now we're seeing green, but I'm looking outside and there's really nothing just yet, and the reason is because of this. Our air is actually fairly dry. We have this high pressure system on top of us, and so it's going to take a little bit of time to actually saturate the atmosphere and see that rain reach the ground. We're going to do that quickly during the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Then we got plenty of moisture in place, and when the rain starts to roll in, it is going to stick. Now notice throughout this evening I will be watching for a couple of brief downpours. Look at the reflectivity though, mainly green. Look at how that changes for tomorrow morning. I am looking at a lot of bursts of orange and red, and that means some heavy downpours. This is going to be impacting your commute to work. We'll see some scattered heavy downpours through your lunchtime, and then even into the 5-6 o'clock time frame when you're trying to get back home from work. All in all, tomorrow will be messy, which is why I'm calling for that weather impact alert day to give you a heads up that tomorrow we might have some issues on the roadways, especially for some of the areas that already got hit with some pretty heavy rain on Saturday. Might be harder to absorb some more incoming moisture. Notice the rain chance stays pretty high for the entire day, so it's a day that you want to take it slow. Make sure you've got the KHO you have downloaded, so once you head outside you can watch where that rain is and maybe alter your route home. 80% chance for storms tomorrow. We hold on to pretty high potential for shower activity and some thunderstorm activity on Wednesday, and so both days we'll be watching the roads. For our Tuesday and our Wednesday, there's a marginal risk for localized street flooding. Between the 2 days, though, I think our Tuesday will see more of that heavy rain. 1 to 2 inches, we can manage that, but a couple of localized areas could get closer to 4 inches. So those are the spots that I'll be watching for some issues. All in all, incoming rain is a good thing, of course, because a lot of us are still in the red. That means we need to make up some of the lost rainfall that we've had over the last couple of months. Those spots in an extreme drought: El Campo, Wharton, Huntsville, Livingston, and Cleveland. What do you need to know for this evening? Well, it's still going to be chilly, so as you head out the door tomorrow morning, grab the umbrella and grab a jacket. Overnight temperature 63 for the Heights, Inwood Forest 61. Aldine, you'll be starting your day at 62 for tomorrow. We'll be at 63 in Katy. And then the high temperature tomorrow stays capped in the low 70s because of all that rain and the cloud cover. We start to see high pressure builds back in, so although we've got some pretty substantial rainfall potential for Wednesday, our temperatures will start climbing. And then we continue to see those temperatures push into the mid and upper 80s, but